What is up, guys? I feel like I owe maybe a little bit of, been on a little bit of a hiatus, and just wanted to give you guys a little glimpse into my world and what's been actually going on. This is not my usual kind of a video. You usually see me sweating somehow or doing something silly, stupid, or fun, and I'm not. It's kind of impromptu. I'm just sitting in my bathroom because it's quiet in here, and I know I can make a quick video, so. Let's give an update on the ego hit that I guess I'm having, and as well as like what I've found out and figured out. So if you guys have watched any of my videos, I've talked a lot about these headaches that I've been having. I've talked about like rest and recovery, and you know, I didn't jump right to the idea of going to the doctor. You know, like I feel like if I just went to a primary care doctor when they started, they sucked really bad, he would have said, take some Advil or something like that. Or when did they happen? And when they originally started happening, they were definitely triggered by working out. And that sucks. You know, it sucks when you have something that you really enjoy doing and is like the best part of your day, and all of a sudden it becomes the worst part of your day. It'd be like every time you knew that you drank water, you were gonna vomit, right? You can drink soda, you can drink all the Coca-Cola you want, but if you drink water, you're gonna vomit. That would suck, you know, that would really suck. Even if you didn't like water, that would suck. So what I started to kind of track this, and then I started to do a little bit of research on my own. I'm not telling anybody to do what I did. This is just how I do stuff. I think it's kind of maybe the little bit of, you know, the way men do stuff sometimes. We do not seek, you know, medical attention right away, but I kind of started to diagnose myself. That's what I do by trade. Not medical stuff, but I diagnose stuff. You know, I work for BMW, for those of you that don't know. Anyway, I found that there's a thing called exertion headaches, and I read more and more and more and more. Well, I'll cut to the chase here. They've gone on now for about 5 months. When I say that I've had a headache every day for 5 months, I mean it. That doesn't mean I've had a crippling headache. That means I've had a small headache. Might have been like a 1, 2, or 3 on you know, like the 1 to 10 scale. Then I've had days that were 7, 8s, and 9s, and I couldn't probably spell my name for you. They really, 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 really sucked. And I started kind of doing my own massages and stretching, and I bought this. I should have brought it in here with me. It's this little peanut roller, but it fits kind of into the edge of your neck, and you can get down into your traps with it. That gave me some relief, but it would be like if I was at like a 6 or something, it might bring me down to a 4. So fast forward, today is currently Saturday, July 27th. Let's go back to the 23rd of July, which was this past Tuesday. And I saw a really, really awesome doctor. Now, I was doing a little bit of the YouTube searching. I found a doctor, his name was Dr. Cooper at Princeton Spine and Joint. And I watched a lot of his videos, but I didn't know he was from Princeton Spine and Joint. He just put a lot of stuff out, and it was like, man, this guy totally gets me. He understands what is going on with me. These headaches that I'm getting, this is the guy that I need to go see. I would have been ready to fly to Vegas if he was in Vegas. I would have flown down to Florida. I would have gone anywhere that this guy was, or I would have strongly considered it. Turns out he's in my backyard. Yeah, I live in South Jersey. He's in Princeton, which is about 45 minutes away from me. So I went and saw him. I mean, me and this guy talked for a while, and I tried to not give him too much information. I wanted to see if he was going to kind of come to the same conclusions of what I had going on. And he had a couple really quick tests to do of, you know, ranges of motion and doing stuff. And they have another test in which they do, which is, I know some people don't feel so great about cortisone shots. I know it has a really negative connotation with it. The way that they do these, they do them under X-ray. You know, I'll cut to the chase. It's probably about an hour long, you know, doctor's appointment with them, of us just talking and going through stuff. So what they do essentially is a diagnostic procedure, and I completely understood what he was saying. And under X-ray, what they're going to do is they lay me down flat on a table. I think I don't know, but I think I got 8 injections total. Maybe it was 6 or 8, because you're laying down flat, you just don't know. But, and then over x-ray, he's then going to inject into my facet joint. So what my headaches are being caused by are, you take your vertebrae, and they have these little, the little fingers. Everybody's played around with a skeleton in science class or something, and they have the little fingers that come off the back end of the vertebrae. That's the facet joint, and the facet joint has lots of nerves around it. Well, those nerves, for me, all that stuff's crushed in there. And those nerves are being highly stimulated, which then creates what's called referred pain, which everybody probably has heard of, where somebody's left arm hurts when they have a heart attack. That's because there's a bundle of nerves there, and the only way it knows to refer the pain is through the left arm. Same thing happens with facet joints, like I have. It could be from a lot of stuff. The work I've done for years, it sucks for me to even do this. I've stared up at the bottom of a car for 24 years now, doing this, working like this. Boxing, lots of Muay Thai, that could have had played a role in it. And then just being active, I'm usually pretty active. So that could have had something to do with it as well. Needless to say, I'm where I'm at. Who knows how it happened or why it happened, but it happens to people. Some people never ever get a headache from it. For me, I'm getting a really bad headache. They're called ram's horn headaches. They start at the back of the neck. They come up like this. They go over your skull like this, and then they come down into the back of the eyes, kind of like underneath here like this. They absolutely suck. I would not wish them on my worst enemy. I could see it as a form of torture. For some people, it's just not a good time at all. So they inject lidocaine and the corticosteroid is basically what a cortisone shot is. If I don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that's how that's said. So I found out a lot that day, and it was all of what I was thinking was confirmed. What he was thinking was confirmed. What's going to happen now is the lidocaine is going to numb the nerves, like hardcore numb them, and the steroid should help a little bit. I think today's the first day where it's really helping, because I've had all day now, and I think it's about 4 o'clock, 4:15 in the afternoon, and I have not had a headache above a 2. That being said, yesterday was really bad, the headaches I had, and I was at a diagnostic competition for BMW, and it sucked. They picked just 22 of us out of the northeastern region of all the dealers to go and do what we do. I think it's called BDOE, BMW Diagnostician of Excellence. So yeah, it's a really big honor to be there, and I was a train wreck. I mean, I was an absolute train wreck, and that's how this kind of stuff affects your life. It's affecting me everywhere. If you gave me a 5th grade math test, I would have flunked it. I basically do that now with my son, but I was having a hard time. Any which way, what they do is, now he's gonna flip me back up on the table. They did the injections. He did 2 in my traps as well, because he thinks that's a huge part of where this is coming from. He said, your traps feel like, I'm not gonna quote him exactly, but it's basically like you have steel inside of there. It is like so tight. I don't think he was trying to compliment me on my traps. I don't think it was like, yo bro, your traps look like steel, bro. It was more like, yo bro, you're so tight in there, and I can't think of anything else to describe this other than metal. And it wasn't a compliment, I don't think. And so he did the injections in my traps. I won't lie, they didn't feel good. It's a very, not great feeling. The ones in my neck, I was totally cool with though. I would probably do those weekly if I knew it was gonna help. Anyway, you get back up onto the table, and then they needed to help me. I felt like I had a head transplant, because from here down, I was completely numb. And he, basically said, he needed a real time, game time, how do you feel? And let me make sure this is still recording. Okay, good, we're still recording. Because that was on my watch and it went away. So it's the first time I've ever done this. We're good. So he gave me a task of give me your game time, how you're feeling. Like right now, I want to know about your headache. While this lidocaine is the absolute strongest, how are you feeling? And I answered him with probably, the best answer you can answer somebody with is I started crying. I'm not ashamed to say that. When you've had headaches for 5 months and you feel for the very first time what it would be like to not have any kind of a headache, like what I would feel like if I was normal, like if things were all just well and good, I would be running for president in the 2024 election. Or something. I don't know what I'd be doing, but I'd be getting a lot more done than I've done now. I've noticed a lot this week, this past few weeks of just my energy levels. It's taking a toll on me. It's really, really, really kicking my ass. So I have other guys, people on YouTube and stuff that I really kind of started to build somewhat of a friendship with, and I just don't have any interest to talk to anybody. It's not a bad thing. There's nothing like negative there. I just don't have an interest to talk to anybody, respond to people. I can't tell you how many times I have text messages in my phone that I just don't even want to respond to. Missed calls, don't want to call them back. Emails, I don't want to respond to. I'm honestly kind of just getting by right now with like bare minimum, doing the bare minimum. So I just wanted to share this with you guys, give you guys a little bit of an update. I do this for the fun of it. So right now it's just kind of been, this week I took essentially the entire week off. I knew I was going to be at BMW's headquarters for a few days. And I also knew that I got those injections, and I asked myself, what can I do? Like, give me my game plan. What should I be doing? Like, can I maybe should I just start rucking, What I have been doing is I've been, doing more hikes at night and stuff, going out, doing some hikes, just trying to stay active. Swimming, I've been trying to do a little bit more. My dad has a real nice pool, and my son loves it. So it's, there's a great reset going on right now. And, have I ever listened to a doctor and what they told me to do? Nope. And I feel like this is the first time maybe I should listen a little bit. Unfortunately, his, in so many words, is like, yeah, you can do anything, just don't use your traps. Your traps are probably a huge part of it. Maybe I misinterpreted that, but what he feels based off what I've got going on is that my traps are so tight, they're so overworked, which kettlebelling and doing all that kind of stuff, swinging kettlebells around and lots of front squats and lots of front rack position stuff. Loaded carries, I have noticed over time, actually make me feel a little bit better, and I think it's because I'm really stretching those muscle fibers out. I used to be, when I would do a loaded carry, I would kind of shrug it up, and I started to go, well, let's just see what happens if you just let this go all the way down. And it's almost more like therapy for me than a workout, So I'm really trying to hang in there and still make stuff, but I almost haven't had the will to do it. Like, I haven't wanted to even do it. This week I haven't worked out at all. I have eaten like crap. My birthday was on Thursday, and I had a big old steak at the hotel, bar, but a big old steak, and that was nice. And then the girls at the bar gave me cake, and I ate the cake and the ice cream too. It was nice. So anyway, that's that. If you guys have any questions about headaches, or if you have if anybody has any experience with this, please do share. I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear your experiences, where it ended up for you, and what happened. So, yeah, I'll check in with you guys soon. All right.